I'm going to explore something new. I'm going to venture into a completely new industry. And that is where I got into the crypto space. So, CryptoFemale is an organization which was founded in 2019 with a very clear mission. But never less to say that CryptoFemale hosted its first offline meet in Bangalore. First of all, a huge thanks to Draper Startup House, who were more than happy to give up, become our venue sponsorship. So that's where the first step was taken.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Crypto Show by Coins Capture. Today we have Shruti from CryptoFemale India. Welcome, Shruti.
Thanks, Malcolm. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's things going?
Very good. All good. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be with your channel and spread across the word.
Great. So Shruti, let's start with your introduction. Tell me about your journey, how you started, how you came down to crypto, and how things are with crypto right now.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shruti. By qualification, I hold a chartered accountant degree, and I've also completed my MBA Finance. Way back in 2010, I started my career with Ernst& Young. It's a Big Four, where I was working as an intern. I worked for a decade with EY, juggling around from tax litigation to various High Court, Supreme Court. And one fine day, I decided, okay, fine, that's it. I will give a career break. And the reason for the career break was to raise my boys. And my resignation was not accepted with open hands, but yes, they were kind enough to let me free and always had an option to go back. But then the moment I left, I started doing some freelancing jobs. I started training professionals and housewives, motivating them, and had my own brand as well. Then after 2 years on my own venture, I decided this is it. I'm going to explore something new. I'm going to venture into a completely new industry. And that is where I got into the crypto space. By God's grace, I have a very close friend from school who was looking for a BD, full-time BD. And lucky enough to have bagged the full-time BD role at BitTrue. So BitTrue is a Singapore-based centralized exchange, which is dealing in spot and future listings. So that's where I started my journey in the crypto and the Web3 space. I was not only supporting the listings, or my job was not only restricted to listing projects, but to also build up a network. That is exactly where the journey, I'll say, kick-started. And to add over here, I've always been a very volunteer person to do anything new, explore anything new, even if I don't know anything. I really like to learn in the process. And that's when I got an opportunity to attend a conference in Istanbul. And that is where the entire journey of mine took a kickstart, a new turn. I started building up my connections with all the leading ecosystems. Lucky enough, again, Polygon being backed by a lot of Indians, a lot of people from a similar professional background, I was able to build up a rapport at a very quick pace. I also ensured that I make a good network with the VCs, launchpads, agents, gaming platforms. I mean, anyone and everyone. Even if I knew that somebody is going to be launching a project, say, 3 years later, I was more than happy to talk, interact, learn, save the contacts. So that is how, this is like, introducing myself and how my journey started. You asked me next about, how far and how good the journey has been so far in the crypto and Web3. So if I have to really say one word, I'll say it's very exciting, exploring, dynamic, learning everything, seeing all the ups and downs. Days when I've been looking at the bear market, days when I have been praying for it to become bullish. So that's about, the whole ups and downs about crypto. And like I said, I work very closely with the network of people. And I'm not only now supporting them as professionally, but a few of them have become my thick and thin friends, where we try to, understand what more contribution can we do to the Web3 space? How can we as individuals contribute to this economy? The whole thing, embracing it, seeing the ups and downs, looking at how, So, Malcolm, when I talk about this, I mean, there are, if you look at it, you'll appreciate that there is every person, somewhere or the other way, they are influencing this whole space, right?
Yeah, that is.
And I'm sure you'll see, like, even if you look at a metaverse or a gaming platform, they will not succeed unless until you have that teenage group, venturing into
Right.
it, they getting the, right?
What about?
Well, again, yeah, sorry.
It's more about community.
Exactly. It's all about community. It's all about getting the people on board. Now, if you look at the jurisdictions across the globe, every day we hear something or the other. So that also means that, we are ready for a parallel economy. We are ready for this new industry. And even in India, if you see, I learned like last year, UP Police got the entire FIR system on a blockchain. And so it's not only about trading in cryptos, it's not only about owning a Bitcoin or a ETH. It is also about, getting the entire experience of the metaverse, of, transition from a Web 2 to a Web 3. Of course, it's an incredible experience. Of course, people, I'll say at this point that everybody has to be cautious. Don't just fall in the attractions and the great, ecosystem or the graphics that you see. But then again, also trust it. And it's like, getting the Black Mirror to life.
Right.
So, that is what I completely feel when I look at crypto. Something very unbelievable to us, because being a 90s kid, I have been the one who is, sat down in front of the television, waited for MTV to play your favorite songs, looking at the ads, to this time when we are like completely in control of what we want to watch, what we want to do. Yeah, so it's very magical, it's very fascinating, and it's highly dynamic.
Great, great. So the journey was like ups and downs, and like how you took a break, then you started to Web3 and crypto. So recently, I saw about CryptoFemale community which you are leading in India. So tell us
Yes.
about, like what exactly it is and how is it is growing.
Sure. So, like I said a couple of minutes back, my whole journey took a turn when I went to Istanbul for a conference. And that is where I've met these incredible women. So, they are really looking to empower women in the crypto space. So, CryptoFemale is an organization which was founded in 2019 with a very clear mission to increase women's participation in the crypto industry, and also to create a supportive ecosystem that empowers everyone to realize their full potential. So, Malcolm, again, you'll appreciate the fact that, way back in 80s, 90s, the gender equality was way high in any industry. You would barely see one woman in the entire township who would be picking up a bag and going to office. Slowly, the gap started reducing. Now we see a lot of women in MNCs, a lot of women in the IT sector. Now, this Web3 being something new, we are starting from the scratch, be it the male side or maybe the female side. We want this industry to be gender equal. We want everybody to come out of their cocoon, even if it's a housewife sitting at home. We want to educate and bring the fact that remotely the boundaries are no longer a restriction. Whether you're a mother raising kids is not a restriction. At the same time, even the men folk, some people are very shy, but they're really great at their work, and they have these issues of going publicly and, looking across. So every skill set which somehow has not been able to come up, we want to empower them. We want to realize their full potential. Moving ahead in 2023, the board members and the members of CryptoFemale reached a unanimous decision to empower not only women, but also individuals of every gender who encounter barriers to entry into the crypto and related technologies. So far as CryptoFemale is concerned, we are across 6 countries with country managers operating completely on their mission. And we have representations from US, UK, Germany, UAE, Philippines, and of course, India. We have more than 80K followers. We have more than 500 followers, which is a good achievement so far. So our goal is to ensure that every gender has the access to the industry. We welcome individuals from diverse backgrounds, irrespective of their race, irrespective of their geographical location, their backgrounds, disciplines, and we are providing a support to everyone. We strive to ignite a movement which is towards greater innovation, diversity, and collaboration in the rapidly evolving realms of the Web3. So this is what is CryptoFemale. And if you were to ask me what we do, we educate, We run events, we support projects in terms of community support, and we also have mentorship programs.
Great, great, great. So, as of now, as you said about like crypto female is more about not just women, but it's gender equal, right? So,
Yeah.
how are you impacting the Indian Web3 community? What exactly you're doing in India?
Yeah. So as we all know that India, of course, I think it's because of the population and also because of the brain, we are one of the largest crypto ecosystems in the world as on date. You name a big project, you look at the co-founders and you find bang on, that's an Indian there. You feel so proud, right? You look at the conferences which happen. So I have a habit, whenever there's a conference happening, I look at the speakers. And wherever I see an Indian name, though they might be based out of Australia, America, anywhere, I feel very proud that, hey, that's my Indian fellow man. So India, of course, is one of the largest crypto ecosystems. We have the appetite. We have a huge population of, young generation who's willing to, get into diversified industries, try out the risk, bring in that art to the, Web3 space, because I strongly believe that Web3 is not science. It's not technology driven. It's like a canvas, whatever you want to, however you want to shape it up. So given this, we know that, more than 100 million people are closely related to crypto in some form or the other. Either they are some contributors, they're developers, they are just trading, or they're just sitting and reading, anything. So it also hosts numerous events, and we are hosting a lot of events, right? We have a lot of Indians who are also running a lot of programs, lot of things abroad. Like you look at the simple, like, you look at foundership, what an incredible job they are doing. So many pioneer projects are being developed by Indian experts. So, of course, when we have such a good appetite, such a good environment, it is obviously an honor for any global community to venture to explore the Indian market. And that is where Crypto Female was founded in India. We aim to become one of the most prestigious communities in India, with, of course, having a lot of community support. And here I would like to add one thing, Malcolm, that I am not here to build up a separate crypto female India community. My aim is whoever is already there in this network to bring them together. I don't want to show numbers. I don't want to show that crypto female India has 10K followers, 15K followers. No, I want the outcomes. I want to be a support to every Indian who is, helping the Web3 community.
Great, great. So I think recently you guys have done your first event in Bangalore also in India. So how was it? How was the
Absolutely.
experience in Bangalore?
I mean, for me, it was like a dream come true. Whenever I think, since school times, I've always liked to see myself with a mic in my hand. I have gone up to my teachers to fight that I'm going to be anchoring the entire college event and I'm not going to share the space with anyone. So when I was able to do this in the Web3 space, it was like a personal kind of a, fulfilling of my goals. But nevertheless, to say that Crypto Female hosted its first offline meet in Bangalore. First of all, a huge thanks to Draper Startup House, who were more than happy to give up, become our venue sponsorship. So that's where the first step was taken. And then we started getting a lot of supports in terms of sponsorships, in terms of community supporters. We had some of the best people in the industry supporting us for this event. We, our event was sponsored by Bridger. We had a very good contribution from Quill Audits, who is like a Web3 security a company, right? We all know about Quill Audits and the great works that they have been doing and a great contribution. We were also happy to have partnered with Adlunim, which is basically like a NFT IDO platform. We got a lot of support from Crowdfund Junction, Mad for NFTs. So, when it came to, building up the entire event and the backdrop, I was, very happy to see the kind of support and the enthusiasm that came. Of course, we were able to bag some very good speakers for the event. We had Megha from Frontier Wallet. We had Jose Paul from Quill Audit. We had Najda Bester, who's the founder of Adlunim, coming and giving a very insightful talk about what they do, about the contributions to the Web3 space. And we had some great panel discussions. We had two of them. One was we had a representation from these amazing women who are doing great jobs. We had Namaha Shetty from Asset Mantle. We had Kavya Prasad from Lunas Labs. We had Aditi Chopra from Superwomen DAO. And we had Ming Shia Ho from the Draper Startup House, where, they shared the Web3 journeys. They kind of encouraged everybody that, it is something new to explore and everybody has something to learn. And of course, the event ended up on an amazing note by Ashwari Gupta, who's the ecosystem BD head at Polygon Labs, and Naman Kabra, who's the lead business development and growth at Metasky. They spoke about, the connections of NFTs, cryptos. It was really nice. Then, of course, we had great audience. We had people from Kyber Ventures. We had people from Sinu Capital, from DWF. We had like from so many people. And of course, you guys were there to support us as a media support, not to forget mentioning about you. And I think the audience totally enjoyed. The turnout number was higher than what we expected. It was, I think, an incredible experience for everybody. And I got a very good response. And the best part is that, the day we did this event, we were in the CryptoFemale was invited by Google headquartered office for a panel discussion. So it was like a very good kickstart by God's grace. Everything was very smooth. And I'm glad that people are so excited for having, getting in a new community.
Great.
So I have troubled some people to the core. I mean, I'd really like to mention their names. Like I picked up the call at night and say, oh, fine, I don't know what to do in Bangalore. So I've troubled like Naman Kabra to the core. I've troubled Aditi Chopra. I've called up Ashwari like 100 times at what to do. And they were all very supportive. So that just shows the appetite, right? And how we are ready to welcome anyone and everyone in the Web3 space.
That is true. Like when it comes to the Web3 community, they help a lot. Any city, any country in the world, you just name it, you will get the Web3 community working for you. So that's how.
Absolutely. Look at you. You were based in Bombay and you were like, yeah, listen, I'm going to send someone there. Coins Capture will be as a media partner. I mean, what else can somebody ask for, right?
Correct. So are you planning for any other cities or like metro cities, side to tier 3 cities to promote and grow the Web3?
Yes, of course. Of course, we will be looking at that. But, everything calls in for some getting into the logistics, getting into the right people and the network. And of course, we are talking to a lot of people. We have got, good responses from, I think we got from Pune DAO, Chennai DAO, women, reached out to us that they want us to do. So we are looking forward for some major conference to happen in India, like we had ETH India last year. Something similar happens. We'll be very happy to do a side event. And if not, maybe somewhere in December, I do plan to hold up some more events, which will be more education centric. At the same time, a good networking platform for people to come together under the same roof.
Great. So as of now, like if someone is looking to join CryptoFemale and how they can do it, like, and what are the benefits, or like how they can be benefiting the community and their sense of.
So, here I would like to start with the quote: inspire and onboard more women and individuals of every gender on a journey to revolutionize. I'm so sorry for that. Revolutionize the crypto industry. So that is our mission. That is what we want to do. And in this, we are there to support any and everyone. You are a person, you are a female, you are from any background, okay? Any community, any race, we welcome you. We want you to be a part of this. We also at the same time, not only, Malcolm, we just don't want to inspire or, give the technical help or get the right network. As a woman, see, like I said, I left my job, and just imagine the kind of pressure you get, like Indian families, typical Indian families. If you're at home, then your job is do the laundry, look at the dishes, cook the food, right? And there is where a lot of women get into depression. I myself, trying to have a lot of family support, having a lot of counseling from my own family members, there was a phase where I was highly, discontent with my life. At the end of the day, I was feeling, completing my CA in the first attempt, bagging a gold medal at MBA. What am I doing? Am I just here to change diapers? So, we by sharing our journey, by sharing our stories, we also want to motivate and bring in the confidence that yes, you can do it. And repeatedly, like I tell everyone, we all are learning. There is nothing right or wrong. There is nothing that you should feel shy that you don't know. I am more than happy when I'm talking to projects or I'm talking to ecosystems to, I have also went around telling people, hey, I don't understand what is an NFT. I have told people on their face, I don't know what is an NFT. And everybody is willing to help. So, we want to envision a future where, we are going to empower, motivate everybody and get them into this emerging technology. We want to have a very welcoming and collaborative community for everyone. We aim to break down any barrier in terms of, your way of working, where you want to work from, your comfort zones, everything, and have a very truly diverse and inclusive crypto ecosystem. So here I would just like to add one thing, like we have Crypto Female. Of course, I would, love people come on our website. You can just Google Crypto Female. You go on the website, there's a link of become a member. It's a very simple form. Fill it up and you start, you can join the Discord channel, you can join the Telegram channel, you can reach out to me directly. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. More than happy to understand, engage you. But besides this, there are many more communities. So if you don't want to join a particular community, but I will still, suggest there are various WhatsApp groups, there are various Telegram communities, there are various pages which you can follow and start learning today. So it is something very nice, very innovative, and there is a lot of opportunities in terms of learning, a lot of opportunities in even having a job and having a financial independence. So to just give you the kind of like if people who are listening and even women who are like looking for a job aggressively, to give some examples, like if you're a fashion designer, you can explore into designing NFTs. If you are like a person who's good at networking, do nothing, just come out, become an agent, start referring projects. So, there are a lot of options. If you start reading about it, it's a whole plethora, it's a complete universe of its own. And there is something for everyone from every educational background that you come from. So it's a great opportunity. We're at the beginning of this. It's still evolving. It is going to keep evolving for the next couple of years. And yes, I think everybody should explore it.
Great, great, great. Great to have you on our podcast. Great to know about CryptoFemale and like overview about like how Web3 and crypto is empowering not only just females but all the individuals, all the genders, and how they can work on it. So with this, I'll just like to have a closing thought from your side about the whole Web3 community.
So, like I said, I'm going to repeat myself. Don't be afraid. Ask as many questions. Reach out to everybody. Everyone, I'm telling you, even I was very scared in the beginning. Oh, come on, he's a Polygon BD head. How should I call him up? What will I say? Everybody is supportive. You have a very different mindset of people who are working here. Everyone is willing to have you on board into the learning process. So make sure that you start reading about it, get on the right resources, be very cautious. I also tell this at the same time. Don't blindly trust. Don't get scammed, but also be ready to explore, learn, understand, try to network, try to attend events. Apparently, in India, even in the B class cities, C class cities, every city is having some or the other meetups. So keep following on that. And I hope everybody has an incredible journey. And yes, again, a message to all the housewives over there. You have sufficient time during the day. You just have to mark your place where you can read more about it and jump onto this journey and restart yourself. And yes, you can see yourself financially independent.
Great, great. Thank you, Shruti. Thank you for
Thank
the
you so much for having me today. Thank you for all the support that you have been giving to Crypto Female. And I mean, I think even thank you is a very small word, but yes, gratitude.
Thank you very much. It was nice to have you on our podcast. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.